Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of The Elite, the Elite Count. I am War Machine MJ.
The birthday boy.
Yes.
And I'm Rodimus Prime.
And I'm some big guy
Some big
called
bitch.
Malcolm. I'm mainstream Malcolm.
A bitch called Malcolm.
No.
Anyway, we are here today to talk about the last AEW show of 2019.
Yes.
Yeah, they're done for the year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be back on New Year's Day though.
January 1st at Daly's Place.
So it'll be a New Year's Daily.
Ha ha ha.
New Year's at the Daily.
Ha ha ha.
Wait.
It's that they're working New Year's Day at Daly's Place. So New Year's Daily.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Oh, that's my phone. Go ahead.
Anyway, yes. Their final championship edition of, there was only one championship defense, but nonetheless, it was their final 2019 show, and it just felt kind of meh.
Meh.
The show was alright. I mean, it wasn't.
It wasn't Monday Night Raw levels of terrible, we'll put it that way.
Thank God. Anything but Monday Night Raw. Anything better than Raw, I'm okay with. Let's just put it that way. But this show was pretty damn good. They were from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yeah.
The city that no one seems to remember.
A very bad wrestling town.
Yeah, they didn't seem that excited for a whole lot of stuff.
No.
It was just like, we here, whatever.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Anyway, we kicked off the show with the Lucha Bros taking on Hangman Page and Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Hangman.
Let's just say that the crowd was hot for both these teams. This was a very nice way to kick off the show. The Lucha Bros, fellas, they can do no wrong. I mean, they are Pentagon in Phoenix, so I mean, we already know how they work.
Of course, Kenny and Hangman are trying to get into the winning ways, even though they won a tag team match last week.
Yeah.
But the only problem there was they were facing a team that had never teamed before. So, they had a hell of a mountain to climb against the Lucha Brothers, but they couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, I think it was where Heyman was going for the buckshot lariat.
Yeah.
And Pentagon ducked, and he hit Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Kenny got laid out with the package pile driver, a double stomp combo.
Yeah, and then there was some miscommunication after the match. Where there was miscommunication during the match, Heyman had a busted lip.
Yeah.
So that looked pretty nasty. But yeah, they were about to tear each other's heads off until somebody came up on the screen, and that was the bastard Pac.
Pac.
Well, Pac, same person.
They say Pac.
Oh.
Anyway.
Sock. Rock. Jock.
Shut your dumb ass up. Anyway, Pac basically said, I asked you a question, Kenny. I have yet to hear back, so here's some repercussions. He walked into the locker room, and he walked in the same room Michael Nakazawa was in there. Of course, Nakazawa and Kenny are best friends. And Pac just abducted Michael Nakazawa.
He's hostage now. He's kidnapped.
This was cool, but my only problem is, why did he have his back turned facing the corner like he was in kindergarten?
Oh, the dude was jamming out. He had his.
I mean, I get that. Like, he could have been like sitting on the side of the. He couldn't have been sitting in front of the lockers.
Okay, let's be honest. All right. He was spanking it
while he was jamming to his music.
Yeah, man.
And the second problem is, why didn't he lock the door and just beat his ass?
He didn't have to.
Why would you lock the door when you're going to kidnap somebody? You don't lock the door when you kidnap somebody.
You just get them and go.
You just snatch and grab.
Yeah.
And they never followed that. They never followed up with it throughout the night.
No. You got to build suspense. All right. You're so used to the WWE way of doing things. He gets kidnapped at the top of the episode. By the end of the episode, he finds him. He gets his ass beat in the process, but still. He gets kidnapped on this episode. When is he going to find him again? 2 weeks from now? 3 weeks from now? Next week? We'll never know.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a point, but still.
Anyway, through the commercial break, Kenny hopped the barricade, trying to track down Nakazawa when he got jumped by the Lucha Bros.
Yeah. And then surprisingly, Hangman Page came to his aid.
So we don't know if this is Hangman Page picking a fight with the Lucha Brothers because Pentagon was up in his face throughout this entire match.
Yes.
Or if Hangman cooled off and decided to help Kenny.
Yeah, and afterwards they went to go look for Michael Nakazawa, who was never found throughout the night.
Do you even care about Michael Nakazawa?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, eventually they'll find him, but it's Michael Nakazawa. So.
Maybe Pac's helping him get stronger. 'Cause, I mean, look at that man. That man is cut.
Yeah, but when Michael Nakazawa is out, what's that word we used?
Pumping iron.
Yeah, when he's getting out pumped by a girl, that tells you something.
I mean, why though?
Good question. Why?
No, I mean, why do you have to specify that he's getting out pumped by a woman? It could just be the fact that she's out pumping him. Somebody who's younger than him is out pumping him, so she's basically putting in more of a grind than he is.
More of a pump.
Hey man, I'm just
Get your ass out the gutter.
Hey, but that was a good one though. But I'm just stating facts. I mean, yeah, Michael Nakazawa is trying, but I mean,
He's just now trying. Sheeta's been on that grind since day one.
yeah, but
Nakazawa's fallen off that grind. That's why he's not getting booked in main event slots.
his only grind is playing with baby oil. That's the only grind he's ever had.
Anyway, we're not finished with tag team action as next up we had the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny, or just the Butcher and the Blade, in a tag team match against Cody Rhodes and his newfound friend, Darby Allin. I don't know why I pointed the rod, but...
Listen, Darby Allin is my boy. You understand me? So...
At least you're not disrespectful like Malcolm is. Look, it's Skateboard Guy.
I am not there. That's wait.
This is what you call the skateboard guy?
That's what you called him.
Yeah.
You disrespectful swine.
Listen, it's okay. He tried. But this was a good match.
I'm not forgiving him. He disrespected Liverpool's number one. Why should I forgive him for disrespecting Darby Allin?
You have to. There's no point. You don't have. You can't keep a hold.
Listen.
He can't hold a grudge.
Listen. Listen. Be like Birdman. Put respect on that name.
Okay.
What? Oh my god. Oh, anyway. How y'all feel about this match though?
This
was good.
This was an alright match, even though Darby Allin got ragdolled like a son of a bitch at the start of the match.
Yeah, I mean, he just like threw him like a sack of trash. I mean, he was, like Tony Schiavone said, he was giving up 100 pounds though.
Yeah, but he got ragdolled by the Butcher.
Yeah. And then when he went for that dive, he damn near killed himself.
No, when he was facing Cody and he missed the drop, he damn near... Oh, you're talking about the suicide dive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he went between the second and third rope. Like, Cody was here, Darby was here, and it's like he got caught up in the ropes.
Yeah.
Cody executed his, unlike Darby Allin, but at least he executed that coffin drop, though.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the coffin drop spot. I was like, no, he hit the mark.
Yeah, he hit the mark. I'm talking about that dive. Looked like he just clipped himself between the ropes.
Yeah, that dive did look a bit botchy.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, Cody got the victory by hitting a cutter on the Blade. Sorry, I had a bubble. And got the victory. So now Darby Allin will get his rematch against Cody. Since apparently that's all he's ever wanted.
Yeah.
Next we had Awesome Kong murder some poor girl and then take a chunk of her hair.
Yeah. Whoever Jobber Girl was, they never specified her name, but she got murdered.
Yeah, that match was too quick for them to identify the body. But boom.
And then, like he said, she got a chunk of her hair. As I always state, Awesome Kong and a knife is very dangerous. Awesome Kong just trying to fight her is dangerous.
I was about to say that knife bit, you lifted that straight from Solid Monsters podcast.
I mean, I agree with what he says.
I mean, he's got a point, but you don't have to phrase it like you're the one that came up with it.
No.
Anyway, next we had a Jungle Boy interview where he sat down with JR.
Yeah, he, as JR calls him, Jungle Jack Perry, being that's his real name.
Yeah.
But he talked about Chris Jericho. He says, I respect Chris Jericho, the man, and I respect Chris Jericho, the legend. Chris Jericho, the man, does not scare me. But Chris Jericho, the legend, I can respect everything he does. I've respected everything he's accomplished in this business. So, I'm in for a fight.
You know, look at you dropping that phone on your Buddha belly. Anyway, next we had our 10-minute time limit match where Jungle Boy didn't have to win. He just had to survive for 10 minutes. Anyway, yeah, he had to survive against Le Champion.
Yeah.
But the fun part was Le Champion came out first while they were in picture-in-picture, and he had Sammy Guevara, the douchebag, who came out of a door that was just set up on stage.
Door.
With some cue cards.
Jesus Christ.
That just broke the fourth wall, essentially.
Only Sammy Guevara would do some shit like that.
Only-
He is the douchebag of the inner circle.
Only Chris Jericho would make some fourth wall breaking cue cards.
Yeah.
Because they talked about, well, the card said they can't hear us because we're in picture-in-picture. Or something to that extent. It was pretty good. Wish they could have kept going with it, but no, it was more commercials.
Yeah. I must say that, besides, how many singles matches we have? 1, 2,
We just had 3.
3. This was a tag team heavy show.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Anyway, yeah, this was a pretty decent match.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they showed Jungle Boy's grandma, his mom, and his sister, and yeah.
And Jesus, too.
Yeah, somebody dressed as Jesus, and that got Malcolm over here just dying.
Jesus won't be pushed.
But anyway, yeah, this was a good match. Of course, Jungle Boy, Jungle Jack Perry, he was the crowd favorite, as he always is.
And who was accompanying him?
A baby and their dinosaur.
Yeah, you have to think about it now.
No, I like the slip like last week. But can we talk about Marco Stunt getting...
Well, of course, Le Champion was escorted to the ring by the big hurt Jake Hager. So, yeah, there's that little bit of detail. Yeah, after Jake Hager got himself involved in the match, yeah, Jurassic Express didn't take too kindly to that. Luchasaurus was starting to pick a fight with Jake Hager. And Marco Stunt, who tried, damn it, he tried, but he got an effort for his troubles as he dove through there just murdered on sight. He got put on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
On sight.
On site.
On site.
He's like one of those kids that should have been accompanied by his parents. And evidently, he did not listen.
Yeah, he just got murdered. And when all 3 men got kicked to the back, I say men loosely because Marco Stunt's still a boy, Luchasaurus just picked his carcass up and they were selling like he was dead. Just picked him up and took him to the back.
Yeah.
But then the attention shifted back to Jungle Boy and Jericho. They were going at it, and about the 2-minute mark, Jericho locked in the walls.
Yeah. He had the walls on, I almost called him Darby Allin. Jungle Boy for a while. And the good thing about Jungle Boy is that he did not tap because the crowd was just, they were just motivating him to keep staying in as the clock was ticking down. The only thing I hate about it is that they didn't have the clock on the bottom of the screen. You know, say like if WWE does it.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing they had it on the big screen though.
Yeah. I kind of figured they would have him tap out right at the 1-second mark.
Yeah. I would have at least given it 5.
Yeah. But, yeah, Jungle Boy, he withstood it, and after the bell had rung, Jericho stood up and celebrated like he won.
Yeah.
But no, after the referee told him, no, it was just time limit. You didn't win. The time expired. Jericho pitched a fit, grabbed the microphone that was at the ring table, and started yelling at Justin Roberts, 5 more minutes. Give me 5
Give
more
me 5 more minutes. Give me 5 more minutes.
Oh,
I want 5 more minutes.
yeah.
So him and Jungle Boy go at it for another 2 minutes. I think it was a minute. Wasn't it a minute or 2?
I'd probably say like a minute and a half.
Okay.
Wasn't even 2 minutes.
Minute and a half. He was going at it. Jungle Boy got the upper hand, and Jericho just took his championship and went home.
Yeah.
Then he came back down there and started flinging stuff around, pitching another tantrum. He went back up the ramp, and he got into an argument with Shivani, who was trying to interview him.
Before that, he took a chair and started hitting the post with it. At least he put more effort into it this time. Because when he first did it, it was kind of like... But this time it's like...
Smack Malcolm with it for demonstration. Please do. Do it. Fucking do it.
What you gonna say?
Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Shivani was going to interview him, and Jericho said, yeah, see, he didn't beat me. Shivani goes, no, you never said he had to beat you. You just said he had the last 10 minutes. They got into a back and forth before Jericho told him to shut up, Skibo, and shoot him off.
And then he talked about John Moxley possibly joining the Inner Circle. Now, he did mention that next week is Christmas, so there will be no Dynamite.
Yeah.
So, on January 1st, they have a big surprise for one John Moxley. So, we'll see how everything shapes out in Jacksonville.
Give him a tap. Wake up. Anyway, next, our last singles match was a #1 contendership match for Riho's championship, which we should mention Riho was at ringside for this one, and her head barely peeked over the barricade while she was sitting down. That poor girl.
Poor girl.
Anyway, it was between the alien Chris Statlander and Britt Baker. Of course, you didn't know she was a doctor.
Yeah, because, half the time they don't mention it.
Yeah.
It's just Britt Baker. But she's a legitimate dentist, and she can literally rip your teeth out.
She's also Adam Cole's baby. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was the #1 contender versus the #2 contender.
actually, no, Hikaru Shida's still #1 contender. Well, she's #1 on the rankings.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, it's
Wait, they said this was a #1 contenders match, though.
it's #1 contenders match. But then again, are the Young Bucks #1 in the power rankings?
No.
Exactly. Power rankings don't really matter right now.
I was just going to ask you, what do you think about their power rankings?
Well,
I mean, it's good that they have a ranking system. Unlike WWE,
they used to have power rankings on their website.
that was like ages ago. And remember they tried to do that shit on SmackDown when Daniel Bryan was general manager?
No, that's on SmackDown.
And how that shit didn't work?
Wake up. Fall asleep and snoring over there. Anyway, but yeah, this was the #1 contendership match. This was meh.
You know what? It could be. It was alright. I mean, Britt Baker's matches haven't really lit the world on fire except when she had that match against Riho a few weeks ago for the championship.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought the match was alright. Nothing overly spectacular, but you know.
But yeah, Chris Statlander got the victory over Britt Baker.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. I'm not even mad at that.
No, I mean, I still say Chris Statlander is going to lose against Rio.
I feel like she'll win. I could be wrong, but I feel like she'll win.
Yeah.
If the Nightmare Collective don't get involved.
Speaking of, after the match, Statlander was getting interviewed, and of course, well, by Shivani, but of course she's, an alien, so they tried to put a little bit of lore saying she boops people to communicate.
That's weird.
Which, if you didn't know what a boop is, it's basically when you... Hold still. See, that's all it is. That's all it is.
I know it.
I mean, people do that all the time to cats and dogs. Just boop your snoop. I do that all the time to Gibbs. Just
Yeah.
tap him on the nose, and he's just like, yeah.
Don't do that.
Anyway, but yeah, I was hoping they'd give her some promo time, but no.
Oh, we eat donuts.
Yes, he's eating donuts. One of the two things he does, eat and sleep. He's
Pretty much the average human eats and sleeps.
He's a goddamn Snorlax.
But can we just say how everybody was dogging on Tony Schiavone tonight?
Yeah, everybody was dogging on Tony Schiavone because before he could get a word out of Chris Statlander, Brandy came out there and she said "goddamn" on TV.
That's not shocking.
Brandy.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because she came out and said, "Tony, it helps if you have the goddamn microphone on, and you left this thing off for me."
I do.
So she shooed him off to the back, and she wanted her alien in the collective. And so Chris, she booped her nose and then went. So she's not joining the Nightmare Collective. Instead, she got beat down by Awesome Kong.
My
And
damn shoe.
oh, I'm sorry, what?
Brandy hit Statlander with her
Oh.
shoe.
Yeah, with her shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And some blonde chick came out to help her out. I don't know who that was.
I have no
I don't know
idea.
who that was either.
She just like popped out of nowhere with a bunch of trainers and people with headsets and shit.
So yeah, we're gonna get eventually we're gonna get Chris Statlander versus Awesome Kong. Which I can't wait for that. And finally, in the main event, we had the final defense of the AEW Tag Team Championships as SCU defended against the Young Bucks.
This was good.
This was a really good match. The crowd didn't pop that much though.
No.
It was like, man, I don't care.
And if you look at it, they really didn't have that much time.
No, they didn't. But they did make the most of their time.
Yeah.
However, SCU retained with the SCU later. Still a decent match. Afterwards, the Creepers swarmed the outside of the ring.
Dark Order.
Yeah. We got Evil Uno on the mic telling them what a great match. However, this is not an invitation. This is an initiation. As the Creepers swarmed the ring, started beating down both SCU and the Young Bucks. Christopher Daniels helped out. He got beat down. Cody and Dustin helped out. They got beat down. Kenny helped out. He got beat down. Basically, Dark Order stood tall as they initiated two new members, Alex Reynolds and John Silver.
Yeah, and conspicuous by his absence, no Hangman Page.
Yeah, don't know what the deal is there.
I guess he's trying to find Michael Nakazawa for Kenny.
Or he's trying to find more vodka.
Yeah.
And get drunk.
It's a private party.
Or buy a new cowboy hat. Something.
Hey guys, you like my hat?
Yeah. Hey, come take a picture with my hat.
So yeah, final episode, final Dynamite before 2020,
Yeah.
before New Year's Daily.
Yeah.
Of course, for us, we're going to be going to the first AEW show in Alabama,
Yes.
February 5th at the Von Braun. Wait,
Yeah, Von Braun.
Von Braun. Thank you.
Welcome.
Von Braun Center, Huntsville, Alabama. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
We probably won't watch it on TV.
No, because we'll be there.
We'll probably watch Dark though,
Yeah.
because they tape Dark. I think after the show.
I believe so.
Oh well. But yeah, a pretty meh show. It had no competition as far as Monday Night Raw is concerned.
Anything better than Raw, I'm good.
But it had all the competition with NXT this week, a very championship edition.
Yes.
So, yeah, pretty good. That being said, he's ugly, but he's also got a podcast.
Yeah.
Prime Talk with Rodimus Prime on the SoundCloud app.
Or Sound Beam.
Oh, I messed it up on purpose just with you.
Oh, I'm not mad because
And you still fell through with it. So yeah, check out his stupid ugly podcast on Castbox.
Yeah, can suck.
Episode 21 coming soon.
Oh, wait, you hadn't posted that yet?
No.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
I have not. But it's coming though.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll finally find out who lifted that briefcase that Stone Cold was trying to get. It's funny because it's not happening.
No.
Anyway, like I said on the Monday Night Raw edition, there's going to be no 3 or Elite count next week as it's holiday.
Christmas, bitch.
So you're going to get everybody's favorite edition, 3 count and Elite count Super.
Yep.
So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Anyway, that being said, I'm War Machine MJ.
With Rodimus Prime.
Yeah.
Snorlax. And we'll see you guys later.